Lowcountry's hush, where Spanish moss trembles and shadows cling to every corner, there breathes a horror older than memory. They call her the Boo Hag, a skinless specter who slips through cracks, walks in stolen flesh, and rides your very breath in the dead of night. Tonight, listen close, lest she rides you too.
In the Lowcountry marshes where Spanish moss drips from cypress limbs, whispers persist of a creature born between life and death. They call her the Boo Hag. In Gullah folklore, she rides the breath of sleepers and walks in human skins. Tonight, we tell the tale of one family's brush with the Boo Hag and how they struggled to survive her terror. The Johnson family had settled at the edge of the swamp in a creaking wooden house raised on stilts. Their veranda looked out over dark water and swamp grasses. As dusk fell, Mrs. Johnson sat rocking, humming a lullaby to calm her restless children. They had heard rumors of the Boo Hag, tales passed through whispered stories on island docks, passed from elders under moonlight. But in all their life, they never believed they would face one themselves. Later, the children lay in bed, their breaths shallow and quiet in the night. The mother drifted to sleep upstairs. The wind rattled wooden shutters. A hush fell over the swamp. From far off, a soft, dragging sound emerged, like dry skin rubbing against boards. The air chilled and something slid under the door's gap. The Boo Hag had entered. She appeared as a woman, a skinless, bloody form, red and raw, with sinews exposed and eyes glowing faintly. Her skeletal fingers curled as she crept across the floor, drawn to the children's warm breaths. According to legend, the Boo Hag can remove her skin and fly. She may wear another's body to roam undetected, but in that moment she rode her victim like a mount, pressing her weight onto the sleeper's chest to steal breath, leaving them gasping, exhausted, drained. The littlest child, stirring in a suffocating haze, murmured in sleep. The Boo Hag tightened, pressing her face to the child's. She inhaled, drawing breath, strength, the life's spark itself, until the child's chest barely moved. The mother jolted awake. She heard strangled gasps. She rushed down the stairs, heart pounding, to see a shape crouched on her child's chest. Fleshless, red, ravenous. She screamed. The Boo Hag, startled, recoiled and vanished into shadows. The child blinked, coughing, alive but shaking. The mother held them close, tears in her eyes. In the dawn's pale light, scratch marks marred the wooden planks. The air smelled salty and brimstone. Word of the attack spread. Neighbors whispered. Some offered prayers, herbs, and tokens of protection. Others locked doors and windows, but fear nestled in the corners of every room. From old Gullah wisdom came counsel. The Boo Hag is vulnerable to salt, strong-smelling herbs, and threshold wards. A broom placed across the doorway, salt sprinkled at windowsills, or a sachet of sulfur and gunpowder in burlap might keep her at bay. The Johnsons did all these. They filled windowsills with rosemary, basil, bay leaf. They strewed salt around doors, they hung sachets in corners. They prayed with ancestors' names. Each evening they would double-check cracks, doors, windows and corners. Yet one night the Boo Hag dared return. She slipped in through a tiny crack. The children slept, peaceful. The mother watched from a corner in shadow. She saw a faint red sheen across the floor, the Boo Hag creeping. She moved slowly, deliberately toward the sleeping child. The mother, heart pounding, hurled a handful of salt. The Boo Hag hissed, recoiled and screeched, a foul, ear-rending sound echoing through the room. She twisted, shrank away, and dissolved into smoke before escaping into the marsh night. At dawn, the air felt heavy but alive. The Johnson family breathed unbroken. They had survived, but they would never forget. The Boo Hag, legend says, remains always watching caves and swamps, waiting for the cracks we leave, the doors we leave open, the breaths we guard too lightly. In Gullah whispers, parents warn, don't let your door groan open at night. Spread salt, keep the edges sealed. Fear the ride of breath stealer in darkness. May you sleep with coaxed breath and wake full of life, but listen, for in the hush, the Boo Hag roams.
The night may have passed, but the Boo Hag never truly leaves. She watches in the shadows, waiting for cracks in door frames, breaths too shallow, hearts too weary. So when you lie down tonight, guard your windows, sprinkle your salt, and whisper your prayers. For if you falter, she rides again. Sleep light, and may you wake whole.